Okay, hello everyone. How are you guys doing? Okay. Um, did you guys finish the homework from yesterday? The Code HS homework? Just like react with a thumbs up. Okay, that's good. That's good. We'll get started in a couple of minutes. I'll let more people join. Okay, while we wait for more people to join, do you guys want to play like a quick review game kit for day one? Yeah, okay. It's gonna be like quick 5 minutes probably. Let's play let's play Don't Look Down today. I think that's gonna be fun. Okay, oh, okay, okay, there we go. Okay, I'll also post a link in chat. Okay, okay, I think that's everyone. All right, let's start. Okay, let's see. Akira, let's go. First place. Ooh, well, yeah, a really nice skin. I like the cat, like really cool. And like the Halloween themes. Mm, Oh, I think I. For anyone who just joined, we were just playing a quick review game kit, waiting for like everyone else to join. The game code's up here if you want to join. Mm, That's what we got. 30 seconds. Time to lock in. Well, it's really close. Yeah. 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And oh, seems like Imani won. Good job. Okay, let's get started with our class today. Okay, so again, just a reminder, if you haven't completed your assignments from yesterday on CodeHS, please do so. That way you know that you're learning what that you're learning. Yeah. Okay. Today we're going to be going over variables in Python. Um, so first I'm going to introduce what are variables. The variable types like ints, booleans, strings, different cases, snake case, camel case, and some practice exercise. Also, I suggest you guys follow along with me on CodeHS. It's really helpful. Okay, let's start. Intro to variables. So what is a variable? A variable is something that can store values. You can change the value in the variable. You can modify it. You can delete a variable. So it just holds information. For example, over here, x is equal to 15. So now x is represented by 15. Like 15 and x are basically like the same thing now. And so if you do print x, it's going to print 15. And that's what a variable is. This is another example, y equals hello world. So hello world is kind of like stored inside of y. And now when you say print y, it prints hello world. And z is another variable. This is a Boolean, false. So yeah, we'll get more on the data types. Okay. So yeah, like I said, If you print all these variables, you can get their corresponding storage value. It's like x is 15, print x will print 15. Y is hello world, print y will print hello world. Z is false, and print z will print false. Okay. So why are variables useful? Variables are really useful in Python because you can use them to store user input and values that you are going to be using later. Or if there's like, if you need one variable in a lot of places, like say you want to print X, if you want to print hello world a bunch of times, instead of printing like print hello world, print hello, sorry, print hello world again and again, you can just do print x, print x, print x. So like if you want to use variables in multiple different places, that's also why they're useful. You can also use variables for calculations. We'll talk more about that tomorrow. Um, you can modify data and you can organize your code better and make it more readable. Okay, so let's look at some variable types. What are variable types? Variable types are the data type of the variable. So like if you're putting a number into a variable, then the data type of the variable will be a number, something like that. And there's a bunch of different names. They all behave differently. So int is like a whole number that's different from a float. And yeah, they have different behaviors. We can modify the type of a variable using casting. We will learn that soon. And you can also organize your code because of data types. All right. So the important types that we are going to learn are int, float, string, boolean, and list. An int is an integer number. It is discrete and non-continuous, meaning that basically it's a whole number. An int is a whole number. So like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It can also be negative numbers, -1, -2, -3, but you cannot have like a decimal, like 1.1. That would be a float. A float is a decimal number. So it could be 1.0, 2.0, or anything in between. It could be 1.0, 1, 2, 5. Floats can also be negative. A string is basically text. So it's basically just a bunch of characters or a word. So like hello world, it's a string. A Boolean is just true or false, one of those values. Uh, yeah. And a list, we will learn more about that later. A list is basically like, it's like a bunch of values in one variable, but we'll get to that later. Okay, let's go through them, like more in depth. So integers. An integer in Python is just like an integer in math. It's a whole number that is greater than 0, less than 0, or equal to 0. For example, 0, 2, and -2 are integers. 1.1 and -5.8 are not integers because they're doubles or floats. Okay, integers in Python are typically used for counting, like in for loops, and we'll learn more about for loops later. Fun. It's like num is equal to 5. Okay. Floats is a decimal number. So 1.1, -2.0, or -2.6. They're all floats or decimals. These are called different things in different languages. So like if you know Java, you call it a double. And I'm pretty sure doubles are also in Python. It's just like a bigger float, like a float that can store larger values. But for now, we'll just use floats. because they're sufficient. Floats in Python are typically used for math where division or money may be involved. So if you're dividing something, and if it's not like a perfect number, then if it's not an integer, then yeah, you need floats. Okay. Strings in Python are words, but anything wrapped in quotations are strings. This includes numbers. So this means that, like over here, line two, the number two in quotation marks is considered a string. The number negative 0.54 in quotation marks is also considered a string. A string is basically just a bunch of characters, letters. You usually print strings, and yeah, and you cannot do math with strings. So say if you do, this is also a string plus still a string, it's not going to add 2 plus negative 0.45. It's going to do something completely different. So yeah. Also, again, single quotes and double quotes, they both work for strings. You can use either. Just like don't do single quote and end with a double quote because that won't work. Make sure they're like the same type of quotes. Booleans are just a true or false value. These are usually used in like if statements or other conditionals. So like yes is equal to true, no is equal to false. And yeah. Declaring variables. Snake case is, it's like basically these are like how you name the variable. Snake case is when you separate two words by an underscore. So like say you wanted to name a variable my height. So it'd be my underscore height, all lowercase. Camel case is when the first word is always lowercase. Afterward, every other word is capitalized. So over here, camel, the first letter is lowercase, and every other word that follows has an uppercase letter when it starts. In Python, we tend to use snake case, but other languages, we usually use camel case. Declarations, thankfully, in Python, you don't have to like declare the data type before the variable. So you can just say x is equal to 1, y is equal to quotes 1, z is equal to false, and a is equal to 1.1. In other languages like Java, you would have to do int x is equal to 1 or string y is equal to 1 or like Boolean z is equal to false and double or float a is equal to 1.1. We don't have to do that in Python. Python does it automatically for us. So that's an integer, string, Boolean, float. Again, yeah, Python is a dynamically typed language, so you don't have to declare the variable types in front of the variable. Okay, let's go to CodeHS. I suggest making a sandbox. Yeah, I suggest making a sandbox named like Python Day 2. Again, we use Python 3. Okay, so again, we don't really use the files right now. So variable is x is equal to 1. That is a variable, and then we can print x. That would inform. Yay. 1.1. What's that? We do type. can actually see the type of the variable. Forgot. Let's see. So it says it's a float because 1.1, right? One would be an int. Yep. Uh, if you have quotes, then it would be a string, str. It's like an abbreviation for string. And true or false, make sure it's capital. If it was lowercase t, then that is not a Boolean. It will try to get the variable named true, but there is no variable named true. So it would just throw an error. Capital T though, and that's a Boolean or boo. And yeah, that's variables. Okay. Snake case, another example of snake case is like, let's say you wanted to name hello world is 10. All right. So that this is an example of snake case, hello world. The two words are separated by underscore and the word is all lowercase. Camel case is the first word is all lowercase. The words following the first word are capitalized, like the first letter is capitalized. This is called camel case. Also note, you can't start with a number. Like when you're naming the variable, you can't start with a number. That will lead to errors. They have to be words. And oh yeah, and also, although this works, you can say print is equal to 10, and that will like override this print. Like, don't do that because now if you try to print anything, it's just gonna give errors. Like you just said that print is 10 and now you can't print anything. So you can do that, but just don't do that. It loses the functionality of print. And yeah, that's variables. Okay. Um, okay. Code, go to CodeHS. Today we're going to be doing module 3.2 in CodeHS. That will be your homework for today. So the first two gray dots are the assignments. The third one is just a badge, and the last three are only if you're confused about variables. Um, okay, do any of you have any questions? Okay, no questions. We have 4 people. Okay, let's play GimKit. Just like a GimKit to end it off. Let's play Don't Look Down again. I think Don't Look Down is pretty fun. But it's 10 minutes. 27. Okay, join the group. Oh, wait, let me check the chat. Yeah, of course. The link is in the chat. Wait, oh, this is so laggy. Yeah, I know. There's no way. Join this. Ooh, that's a nice skin. Ooh, wow, you guys have amazing skins. Okay, let's have like 4 people. So okay, that's 4 people. Let's Yay. Let's see who won. Akira, good job. Akira and Aiden. That's pretty close. Good job. Um, okay. Okay, we're going to end our class here. Just make sure to do your Code HS assignments for today. We're doing module 3.2, variables and types. Um, these two are the assignments. This is a badge, and these are examples if you're like confused. And yeah, I'll see you guys next week. Have a great day, everyone. Bye.